Is this dangerous? I would assume so. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a lovely, wonderful, fantastic day. Today I am feeling just a little bit better. It has literally taken me weeks to feel somewhat normal, and today I'm finally like getting out of my funk that I was in. I'm fairly certain it has something to do with the weather. Today it's like almost 70 degrees. I don't know why. It's January. No, it's not. It's February. But still, it shouldn't be like in the mid 60s right now. But today I figured that we would do a video that's just a little bit different from my channel, or I suppose a lot of bit different from my channel, because we're not actually unboxing anything. Surprise, surprise, I know, actually this time. Hey, no, never mind to the thing that says unboxing on the board. I'm pretty sure it's permanently stained my chalkboard now, so we're just gonna ignore that. But today, instead, what we're gonna be doing is taking one of my just absolute favorite parts of like a subscription box or anything really, and I'm going to be using just these just amazing little things to do a full face of makeup. And what I am talking about are foil packets. If you guys do not know what a foil packet is this little just crinkly guy right here. So you get just like a little bit of product and some tin foil, and most of the time it's either enough for one single use, or you might actually be able to get a couple of uses out of it, but because it's wrapped up in tin foil, it's really hard to store because there's no like lid or anything to it. Sometimes we'll get these in like Sephora Play or Ipsy, but you do also receive these with like makeup orders that you get from Sephora and places like that. Has anybody noticed recently that on Sephora, like online, you used to be able to get 3 samples with your order, and now you only get 2. I don't know. I feel like Sephora is able probably to afford that 3rd little foil packet, but that's just me. Anyway, today, I have a lot of foil packets, and I thought it might be interesting to dig through all my little packets and see if I can do like a full face of makeup. This might not work out at all. I don't know how I'm gonna get like mascara in a foil packet. I bet that most likely doesn't exist, but we're gonna do our best. First, I guess I should show you guys one of the things I'm most embarrassed by, which is like my sample section of where I keep my makeup. It's a little bit overwhelming. So I'm gonna take you guys over here really quick to show you my sample shelf and grab the basket of foil samples. Alright guys, here it is. This is what it looks like when you have 47 billion subscription bags and boxes. You got one little basket here just full of tiny little tubes. You got another little basket here just packed to the brim with little foil packets. And then yet another little basket over here just crammed to its maximum capacity plus more of, beauty makeup bags. Not to mention that this entire thing is also filled with just makeup bags. So, I'm gonna go ahead and grab our foil packet basket here. Let's just really quickly move these out of the way. Oh, actually not as bad as I was expecting. Alright guys, so here's the basket. It's not that bad. It's not great. It's not great though. I was expecting a little bit more actually, so I'm not that embarrassed by the amount of foil packets in this basket. So what I'm gonna do is, I haven't sorted through these yet. I really don't know if I can even make a full face of makeup out of foil packets. Should have thought of that first. Alright, here we go. Oh my god. This might be a problem. Okay, so with all of my shame just dumped out on the table here, I guess we should begin. I obviously haven't gone through and kind of separated everything out into like things that I might need. So this is where we call winging it comes in. First things first, let's look for some skincare. All right, this looks like skincare. So the first thing I'm gonna put on is the Dior Capture Youth Plump Filler Age Delay Plumping Serum. And this comes in just like a cute little poppy thing like that. There we go. All right, okay. Oh, I think I put on way too much. Let's plump the neck. All right, so it actually feels really nice and hydrating on the skin, very serum-y, but it sinks in pretty nicely. But this is kind of what I mean, like there is definitely still some left in this little foil packet here, and I would like to be able to use it because it's Dior, and I'm sure it's very expensive, but I can't like reclose it or anything, so it's just gonna kind of hang out until I use it again. So I'm gonna set that to the side. My skin feels really nice and smooth actually. You know, with the exception of over here, it feels like I'm rubbing my hands lands on like the Rocky Mountains. I'm gonna have to put on my glasses in between every step just so I can like see the samples. All right, the next thing I picked up here is the Supreme Advanced Bodo Cream from Premier. And I don't know at all what this is, but it's a cream. And it is supposed to, well, it doesn't tell you, but I think it's something to do with, actually I have no idea. Oh, look at you, you're cute. I have scissors literally like 7 inches in front of me. It smells like the most regular lotion scent that you can think of. Like, think of lotion, what that smells like, and that's exactly what this smells like. It also feels, does this go on your face? There are absolutely no instructions, so that's exactly where it's going. That tingles a bit. Okay, so we have serum on, we have moisturizer on. The next step I'm gonna go into is primer, so let me dig through my pile here and see what I can find. Instead of primer, let's do this. This is an I Do Total Eye Cream from Pharmacy. I'm gonna put a little bit of this on before I do my primer. I don't know if that's in focus. I also have a foil packet of Off Deepwood towelettes. Oh, okay, I finally found it. This is the Too Faced Hangover Primer that I showed you guys at the beginning. All right, so this is gonna be an interesting part, the foundation. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get like enough coverage, especially with all this going on right here, just out of one little packet of foundation. So I might have to mix a couple together. So I'm looking around and I actually have a lot more foundation than I thought I would. I have the I guess it's just called Ultra HD foundation. I have the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, Rainforest of the Sea foundation. There is this Clinique Beyond Perfecting foundation and concealer. I'm realizing I haven't tried literally any of these before, so this should be interesting. We got a Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. There's just a whole range of products that we could try. I'm thinking that the Born This Way foundation is the most foil packety out of all these, that and the Clinique foundation, so I might use those. And I actually have 3 of the Born This Way foil packets, so let's go ahead and see what this looks like. Oh, okay. Okay, all right, that's not, okay, it's everywhere. Is this dangerous? I would assume so. This also doesn't look like it's my color at all, but well, oh my gosh, it's so liquidy. Is it typically this liquidy? Like I've said, I've never tried this foundation before. How is it getting less orange as I move it around? I look like Santa Claus. I might have been really wrong in thinking that I needed more than one foil packet to do my entire face, but we'll see. All right, so it's actually not too terrible. I promise in real life I look a little bit less like a mime. I didn't fully cover everything, but I think it did a pretty good job, especially with just like one little tiny foil packet of it. Plus I have some left over and some still like stuck in my scissors. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is use a concealer. I typically don't use concealer like on a daily basis just because it's something I tend to forget about. But I have a couple of different options here. I have the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer, and then I have the Amazonian Clay Waterproof 12-Hour Concealer. I also have this big cover concealer from Etude House. I'm gonna go for the most foil packety of them all and use the Tarte Amazonian Clay Waterproof 12-Hour Concealer in the shade Fairlight. Oh, you just get a little bit dab right there of it. All right, so this I'm gonna use underneath my eyes. It's very thick, and it seems to be just a tinge darker than the actual foundation. All right, and thankfully I know in this blurry pile over here that there is some type of powder. I'm gonna dig through really fast and find it without putting my glasses on, because if I put my glasses on, I know I'm gonna have just beautiful, lovely little glasses marks on my face. So I'm pretty sure I saw at least 2 different powders in here. We have the Sephora Matte Perfection Powder. Oh, this is foundation. Oh, and then I also saw a IT one, I'm pretty sure. Oh, there it is. Oh, my glasses! Ow, my knee! Anyway, so we have 2 different things here. We got the Sephora powder foundation, and then we have the IT Bye Bye Pores Illumination powder. So for the Sephora one, it's not exactly a foil packet, but it's like in a little plastic packet. It's close enough. I'm just going to dab this onto my face with kind of a fluffy brush. I don't know what happened to my big fluffy brush. It's around here somewhere. Alright, so there's that powder applied in a very uneven manner. I went to get a different brush to try to apply it better, and then I dropped it in a cup of water. So this is as good as I got. I am, however, gonna try the other powder because why not? Oh, it comes with its own little powder puff. That's nice. And I'm guessing this is like a translucent powder because it is like pale pale. Alright, here we go. Okay. My skin actually feels pretty soft and it doesn't look too terrible, at least with my glasses off. Everything looks different as soon as you put your glasses on. Okay, it's not, it's not the worst ever. I am looking a bit caked on. All right, so the next thing that I would do is do some type of like bronzer, and I don't know if I have any bronzer, but I'm gonna do my best to find something. Oh boy, okay, so I cannot find a bronzer or contour in here anywhere, and I think my only option might be to take one of these that gave me like multiple shade choices and use a deeper color and try to contour or bronze over top of everything I just did, which is such a it's not gonna be good. I'm about 100% positive, but I cannot find any type of like powdery bronzer. Wait. Yes! Oh my goodness. That just saved me. Okay, so I have a NARS bronzing powder that I can use instead of cream on top of all this powder. That makes me very, very happy. So this isn't even like a foil packet. This is like an Avon sample here of the NARS bronzer. I do not know what shade this is in. On the side here it says 5JCJA, if that's helpful. Actually, I'm kind of liking this shade. It's a little bit more subtle than I'm used to, but it's not orangey at all, which is really nice. Oh, I just realized I kept dipping back in, but there's nothing there. All right, so I could have sworn I had more in like the way of blush. I thought I had little packety thingies of blush, but I guess I don't. All right, so I think for blush, what I'm gonna have to do is go like old school with it and actually use a little bit of a lipstick for blush. So I have these little packets here of the Urban Decay and Gwen Stefani lipstick. I have no idea how old this is, but for blush, I'm gonna go with one of these adorable little guys here. I think I'm gonna take the shade Ex-Girlfriend, which looks like a really pretty lipstick shade, and just ever so lightly tap it onto my cheeks. This is probably a very bad idea. Okay, never mind. This one's really sheer and sticky. I'm gonna try a different one. Okay, so I've moved on to 714, which is a Mega Matte. It's also just red, just very red. Just like the tiniest touch of red on my cheeks. There we go. That's about enough for just a tiny bit of color. All right, the next thing I'm going to move on to is the highlight, and I actually have a little sample here of the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Champagne Pop. I don't know if I've ever tried the Champagne Pop Shimmering Perfector before. Have I? I really don't remember, but it looks to be very pretty, nice and like goldeny. I'm just gonna apply it with my finger. I have some Anastasia products. I have the Brow Power Duo, and I also have the Dip Brow. I haven't used Dip Brow in so long, so I think I might try this one out. Oh, it comes with a tiny little brush in it. That's just too adorable. There is a little tiny angle brush in there, and I do have 4 different shades of the Dip Brow. I think I'm gonna go with the medium brown shade and see if that tiny little angle brush is gonna work. Oh, it's so creamy. I do not remember it being that creamy. Maybe it's because mine dried out because I left the lid off of it for like 3 days. It feels like I'm putting on Barbie makeup. I think that's a pretty decent shade. This is so hard to use. All right, that's about as good as I can do with this little tiny brush, but it is absolutely adorable. See, this is where I wish like I could keep this because I just barely tapped into it a couple of times, and I could definitely get many more uses out of this, but I don't know how to keep it. I could like tape this back onto it or something, or scrape this out into like the world's tiniest jar. I don't know, but I wish I could keep it. All right, so here's where things get just like a little bit more tricky. Digging through here, I didn't see a single like eyeshadow product. I have seen a little Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, so I can use that, but I have nothing to put over top of the primer. So I'm gonna have to improvise heavily with this one. All right, I'm just gonna use a little bit of the original Urban Decay primer potion for my eyes to get ready for this, I'm sure what is gonna be a beautiful eye look. I might actually end up using this Anastasia stuff for my eyeshadow. There's so little of it though that I feel like I could maybe get through one eye and then just not be able to do the other, which could be a look, but I'm not really sure if it's the look I'm going for, but it might be my only option. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna use this a tiny little sample here of the Brow Power Duo to attempt to do eyeshadow. So first I'm gonna take this lighter brown shade here, just on a little brush. This I'm just gonna blend into my crease and up. I honestly don't know what's going on with my eyes right now. This one really didn't turn out that bad. This one, however, is a garbage fire like it typically is. All right, and now with the darker shade, I'm just gonna use the same brush and just make this like into the crease and onto the lid. Whoa, that's really bad. All right, guys, so the eyeshadow is done and it's looking real good. For the next parts, I'm really sorry. I don't think I'm going to be able to use any type of foil packet. I don't think I've ever seen foil packet mascara or eyeliner. Eyeliner perhaps, but I don't think I have any. So what I'm going to be using is the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner and then the Monsieur Big Waterproof Mascara, and they're both sample sizes. All right, so the eyeliner and the mascara are finished. I actually have not been wearing winged eyeliner recently, which is very, very strange for me. I have been wearing eyeliner like literally every day of my life for years now, unless I just run out of time and don't feel like it. So I don't really know why I haven't been wearing eyeliner recently, but like my little emo soul doesn't know what's happening. Back in the day, my face was not complete without like the thickest, darkest, blackest swoosh across my eye. I'm gonna go back into this Becca stuff here, highlighter, and put just a little bit underneath the brow bone to just jazz up this brow powder eyeshadow a little bit, and maybe just a little bit in the inner corner. Alright, so we're finally just about done. The very last thing I have to do is the lips, and fortunately I have just a myriad of different choices here. This Manic color looks really, really pretty, but then there's a lot of different choices here. I might go with something just a little bit out of my comfort zone. I'm kind of being called to this selection of, this looks like Gas X or something, I don't know, this little packet. I think I might go super, super deep, dark, and bold for this look because why not at this point? So I think I'm gonna go with the shade Disturbed up here in the corner, and this is a Comfort Matte. Ooh, that one is very, very, very dark. Kind of like a rich burgundy. Alright, you guys, so here is the makeup done. My lips are very, very dark. It's making me look a little bit more washed out than I actually already am. I wish I had a little bit more bronzer and blush and that my eyeshadow was just a bit more intense, but this is everything with foil packet makeup. I don't think I'm gonna be wearing this on my face very long by my choice or by the makeup's choice, because it seems to be just like falling off. That could be because 1, I put on some random mystery creams that I knew nothing about. 2, I put on 2 different layers of powder. And 3, I was using brushes that I'm not really used to, but I am gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in so you can kind of see like an up close personal look at what's going on here. Alright, so I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see, but it is kind of just like coming off my nose and my skin in places. It's looking a little crinkly here next to like my smile lines. It's also looking a bit crispy underneath my eyes here. Just things are creasing a little bit more than I would like, but again, that's probably the 50 layers of stuff I have on my face. You can get real up in there on that eyeshadow. That looks, wow, looking real good. Oh, and I also just smeared whatever that is across my forehead, so yeah, looking real, real nice. But anyway, you guys, that was my full face of foil packet makeup. I think we went through like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 packages of stuff. I'm not really sure. It all got blended in together. I do like a lot of the things that I tried on. They're not bad products by any means. It's just, you know, a little bit hard to see if you like something from a tiny little packet. I also wish that like I could save them, seal them back up, and reuse them, because things like the lipstick, the dip brow, even some of the cream products, like I could get more uses out of those, but it's just gonna be real hard to store. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this video. I would love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments. What do you think about this beautiful makeup look here, or receiving foil packet makeup or beauty products and using those? Do you like them? Do you not like them? Do you think they're a good test of the makeup? Do you not think they're a good test of the makeup? Any and all thoughts and opinions are welcome down below. But yeah, that is all I have for you guys today. So just thank you so very much for watching. Please go ahead and subscribe if you would not mind. It would mean the absolute world to me. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, lovely, fantastic day. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye!